My mum was in Hillingdon Hospital for 7.5 weeks, and during that time she had to be moved between one ward to another ward because the beds were required. The ward that she was being moved to weren't expecting her. A complete breakdown in communication. While she was in Hawthorne, she was sent to Northwick Park Hospital and then discharged back to Hillingdon, who weren't expecting her. Another example of lack of communication. Before Mum came home, she was sent with an occupational therapist for a home visit to assess how she would cope at home. I was told this wasn't a discharge because I wanted to speak to a doctor. It was just a formal home assessment visit. However, she didn't go back to the hospital. She stayed at home, which meant I had to go back to the hospital to collect her medication, to collect her commode. I tried to speak to a doctor to get some answers, but there was no one available. The ward eventually gave me a discharge note that had been prepared by a doctor who hadn't actually seen my mother. It was just written up from her medical notes. So when she came home, nothing was in place for her. Now, I look after my mother, but I can't do it on my own forever. I was told Mum needed physio. There was a 6-week waiting list for that. And because of Mum's early discharge, she came home with an increasing chest infection. This shouldn't have happened. An outpatient's appointment was sent for her to attend the hospital with transport. So the following morning, I phoned up to confirm this, and I was told that there was no appointment for my mother. However, the following morning, the hospital transport arrived to take my mother to hospital. There's just no joined up communication.